Right then, hello and welcome everybody from Hong Kong Cricket Club. We are here for day 2 of Men's Premier League 2025-26, and this is a game between Hong Kong Cricket Club and Pakistan Association. Hong Kong Cricket Club won the toss and elected to field first, sending PACC in to bat. Earlier in this season, when these two sides collided in the one-day competition, it was a really intense, really high-scoring game. 400 being scored in the first innings by Hong Kong Cricket Club, and that was chased down by Pakistan Association. Tariq Nawaz and Hafiz scoring centuries in that game, and that was a thriller to watch. I guess that might have played a role in the decision after winning the toss for Hong Kong Cricket Club. This time, they've decided to chase the score down themselves. Pakistan Association has been sent in to bat first. The umpires are already in the middle. Batters ready to enter the field, waiting at the petrol pump end near the side screen as they walk in right now. If they are going by the same strategy that they had in the previous game, it has to be Zishan Ali and Hafiz opening the batting. Hong Kong Cricket Club in a huddle just near the pavilion where the players sit. Looks like it's Nizakat who's speaking in the huddle, and now they're ready to come into the field. A couple of changes in both teams for today's game. Hong Kong Cricket Club with one change. Danny Mapp is out and Ayush Shukla, the Hong Kong international fast bowler, is in. But from the looks of it, it looks like he is not going to be the one taking the new ball up front. It's going to be Adil Mahmood with the first over. He's just handed over his sweater to the umpire on the swimming pool end. That's the end where Hong Kong Cricket Club will be starting the proceedings from. From the looks of it, Zishan Ali is going to face the first ball, taking a middle stump guard over here. Pakistan Association also coming into this game with two changes. Tanveer Afzal and Samir Tariq are in for Anas Khan and Ehtisham. Beautiful day here for cricket. As the umpire says play, batters are ready. We're underway. Adil Mahmood runs in for the first ball of the innings. Crosses the umpire, bowls half tracker, defended beautifully by Zishan Ali to kick off proceedings. Solid start. That ball looked like it seamed in off the surface. Zishan Ali giving a tap to the surface, making sure he's got all the cracks covered. Adil still warming up, making his shoulders, stretching his shoulders a bit. It's a bit chilly over here. The sun is peeping out and on and off. Oh, that's a big shot. Is it a six? Has gone all the way over extra cover for a six. Aggressive start, and that's exactly what we expect from Pakistan Cricket Club. They want to make the most of the power play. That's exactly what we saw at Mission Road last week as well. They come out all guns blazing. They want to make sure they get the maximum number of runs in the first 6 overs in the power play. Adil Mahmood under a bit of pressure. Early boundary in this over. Coming in. Third time this over. Half tracker tried to pull it. I guess got a bit of a glove on that. Not signaled as a wide. His eyes lit up when he saw that ball pitch short. No one back on the mid-wicket fence or the fine leg fence. There's only one fielder back on the leg side, which is the square leg, just behind the square leg umpire. But these boundaries are not very long, and so I guess even with the fielder back, Zishan is going to take his chances. He's going to look to score as many runs as he can, maximize that power play as Adil comes in for the fourth time. Full delivery this time, tried to hit it onto mid-off, and that's taken. Kinchit Shah, I believe, is the one who has taken this catch, and Zishan Ali, after that beautiful 6-over extra cover, has thrown it away. Wanted to replicate it, but unfortunately hits it straight down the throat of mid-off, and that's the early wicket that HKCC would have been looking for. Their senior campaigner, Adil Mahmood, delivering, taking a wicket in the first over. And Pakistan Association have lost their first wicket. They are 6 for 1 in the first over. Right then, great comeback there by Hong Kong Cricket Club. Adil Mahmood, after being hit for a huge 6 on the second delivery, gets a wicket on the fourth. Good change-ups, changing that line and length, not being predictable. New man in at number 3 for Pakistan Association is Manjinder Singh. Number 3 position really important for any team, especially in T20 cricket where your top players face most of the balls. Manjinder gets ready to face Adil for the first time. Half tracker, tried to pull it off for a single, and it's been given a no ball. Wow, couldn't have had a better start there. Manjinder would be really happy with that. The batters did not switch ends, which means the field cannot change, and that means the only two fielders outside the circle are a square leg and a third man. Manjinder would be licking his lips right now. A free hit. Golden opportunity in the power play, in the first over, especially when you've just come in to bat. Can't get better than that. The umpire signals a free hit. Adil having a bit of a discussion with Nizakat about how to go about the free hit, what to deliver on that ball. I anticipate it can be a slower ball coming up or maybe a bouncer. Let's see what it is. Manjinder, ready to face Adil. Comes in, delivers the ball. Short delivery pulled away, and that's a 6. Maximizing the opportunity on the free hit. What a way to get off the mark. The first two batters to score runs from Pakistan Cricket Club have both hit a 6. Wow. Doesn't happen often in T20 cricket. But when you've got short boundaries and when you get the free hit as the opportunity to get off the mark, that's what happens. Great batting by Manjinder over there. Pulled it in front of the square. He was expecting the short delivery and he was ready for it. A bit of a ball searching going on. Not sure if our cameraman can show that to you, but there's a few bushes on the leg side. Players looking for the ball. Ground staff going to help them out. Not sure about what the rules are over here. I guess you have 2 minutes to look for it. I guess they haven't found it, and the umpires have called for another new ball. So last ball of the first over coming up. Adil comes in to Manjinder. Fuller delivery this time. Guided into the leg side for a single. Very sensible batting. And at the end of the first over, Pakistan Association are 14 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. Right, then interesting to see who's going to be taking the new ball from the other end. Normally, they like to use the left arm fast bowling of Mohsin Khan up front. He brings the ball into the right-hander, but I guess today with Ayush Shukla being in the team, he's the one taking the new ball from the petrol pump end. Right arm fast bowler Ayush Shukla does the new ball duties for the Hong Kong team as well, starting from the petrol pump end. The field is pretty much the same that it was in the previous over. A deep square leg and a third fielder. They do have a slip in when Ayush is bowling, so accompanying Veer with the gloves behind the batsman, it's Martin Kodsi on the first slip position. Hafiz Khan was the opener, but has been on the non-strikers end because Manjinder took a single of the last delivery. So Ayush to Manjinder. First ball of the second over. He runs in, bowls, good delivery. Under edged it to square leg. It's going to be just a single. Shiv clears it from the square leg fence. A good throw on the full to Veer. That was my bad. Veer is the one with the gloves behind the stumps, and Shiv was the one fielding on deep square leg. Hafiz now ready to face his first delivery. He got a good 40 odd in the first innings, was the anchor for the innings. Facing Ayush Shukla, who runs in, delivers full delivery, guided to point, backward of point, no run there, direct to the fielder. Dot ball. Hong Kong Cricket Club, a really strong team, major contenders to win this men's Premier League. But when they are playing at home, they become even more stronger because they play here all the time. They know the dimensions. They know this ground really well. They train over here. And so any team at home just increases in strength. PACC, no mugs either. Ayush comes in again. Full delivery, beats the bat. Playing a miss over there. Just a bit of a shape away from the batter. Hafiz has good technique to negotiate that. These guys play each other so often that there's little surprise element, if any, among them. Fourth ball of the second over coming up. Ayush to Hafiz. It's been a good over so far. Just one off it. No boundaries. He runs in once again. Crosses the umpire. Short delivery. Tried to cut it. Has he edged it? No. A bit of extra bounce beating the batter over there. He tried to cut it. There's no protection back on the offside except for the third fielder. So if he gets it square, it's a definite boundary. And this outfield is lightning quick. So if you time it and it's in the gap, it evades the fielder. 2 inches either side, it's going to be a boundary. The batters know it. And the fielders know it. So it's very, very important for the captains to get the angles right when they're placing their fielders inside the circle. As Ayush runs in once again, fifth time this over. Full delivery this time, driven in 2 covers, but there's protection over there. Straight to Anshuman, who tidies it up. HKCC doing really well over here to make sure that the ball stays in the air. They want to preserve the new ball. They want to make sure they use as much of shine as is on offer with that new ball, making sure it does not drop, shining it, supporting their fast bowlers, letting them extract as much juice out of the ball as they can in this early part of the innings. Ayush once again to Hafiz. Short delivery, tried to cut it again. This time bottom edges it. Over adjusted for the bounce, I guess. But again, another dot delivery to finish the over. So a very tight over by Ayush Shukla, just one off it at the end of 2 overs. PACC 15 for the loss of 1 wicket. Adil Mahmood to continue from the swimming pool end. The offside field is a slip, point, cover, mid-off. and a third fielder on the boundary. But I guess now they're calling the third fielder in, and there's going to be a change in field. Long on is going back. Nizakat Khan fielding at long on. Third man has come in. Two fielders on the boundary on the leg side, a long on and a deep square leg. So I guess the plan is to bait the batter into playing a big shot on the leg side, a miscue, and that is where HKCC want to get their wicket as Adil comes in. Full delivery. Batter goes straight, but he has cleared the infield. Half the plan was successfully executed. Definitely they baited the batter into hitting it. But a great shot over there, right over the side screen. I guess it's another lost ball. So we're probably going to have another new ball coming out over here. Because as the rule stands, if we lose a ball in the first 5 overs of the game, we get another new ball. So Manjinder right now has hit 2 sixes on both of the occasions. He's managed to lose the ball. That's costing the league a lot of money over there. Let's see how many more sixes from Manjinder lose a ball. The third umpire bringing in the case of the balls. Some deliberation happening on whether we get a replacement ball. Are the umpires happy with the replacement ball? Are they not? Tabarak and Mary, both very experienced umpires, have been umpiring at this level for some time. Tabarak definitely has some international experience as well. One of the stalwarts of Hong Kong umpiring. Making sure that we have the right ball in place as a replacement. Well, looks like they've finally got the right ball in. Veer is fielding at short mid wicket, and we're just seeing him warm up a bit. So I guess we might be in for a bowling change very soon. No change in the fielding position, still a deep square leg and a long on. They know PACC have come out with intent and they want to score a lot of runs. We are now ready to kick off proceedings back again. Adil Mahmood runs in, short delivery in the air. It's a chance, going down fine leg, fielder running back, and it lands in no man's land. But also just stops after landing. The batters go through for 2 runs. Lucky break there for Manjinder. But that's the type of risk you can take in a power play where you only have 2 fielders outside the circle. And so a lot of the times, even if you don't fully middle it or time it, but you manage to evade the 30-yard circle, you're more often than not going to be safe. Adil to Manjinder. One more time. Runs in, bowls. Oh, that was a good length delivery. I think it's hit him on his elbow of the backhand. And that's going to be a painful blow because Adil bowls a quick delivery. He does bowl a heavy ball. Manjinder looks in some pain. Some attention from outside the field. That was a very, very lusty blow to his elbow, and it's never good when it hits the bony part. It was a good length delivery. He wanted to take it on the up and again go down the ground. I guess he's just going to brush it off and continue playing. Adil Mahmood came back strongly in the previous over after getting hit for a 6 from Zishan. He got him out. This time he's bowled a good delivery to Manjinder. Manjinder still looks to attack. Again a good delivery. It was not in the slot for that shot, but Manjinder still trying to make a shot out of it, trying to manufacture strokes. He is seeing the gap between long on and deep square leg and is trying to target that mid-wicket cow corner region. But that ball was just not in the slot to hit that. If played on merit, I guess going over the offside would have been a better idea on that ball. Adil to Manjinder once again. This is an interesting battle coming up. Adil again, good delivery again this time. He managed to get it behind square. The fielder was in front of square and that's gone. One bounce for a boundary. Adil wouldn't be too unhappy about it. That was a good delivery. It was a risky stroke. And the batter was trying to go for a 6 but did not middle it fully. Lucky for him that it didn't go flat into the hands of the fielder and went into the gap. But moral victory, I guess, for the bowler. But that's 4 more runs on the scorecard for PACC as Adil runs again. One more time in this over. Crosses the umpire, bowls. Good delivery again. This time he gets under it. And that's been deposited outside the ground. It has gone over the net, I guess, into the tennis center downstairs. And he's managed to lose one more ball with one more 6. Manjinder on fire. That's the end of the 3rd over. And at the end of 3 overs, Pakistan Association 33 for the loss of 1 wicket. Bit of a conference going on over here. HKCC trying to get the bowling right. Ayush removed his jumper, then wore his jumper, and then he's removed it again. And I guess he's going to have to wear it again. No, Ayush is bowling a 2nd over here. He's going to continue on from the petrol pump end. Manjinder has quickly raced to 26 of 10 deliveries, 3 6s and a 4 to his name, and 3 lost balls to his name as well. Well, Ayush to Hafiz. This is a good battle. Hafiz yet to get off the mark. Not for 5 deliveries. Good length delivery. Defended straight back to the bowler. Ayush in his 1st over gave away only 1 run. That's the 6th consecutive dot delivery that he has bowled to Hafiz. Manjinder giving a bit of a talk to Hafiz. I guess that's more about you're the anchor for us. Don't play any silly shot. Play the ball on merit. If it's there to hit, go for it. If not, respect it. Try to get a single. Get me on strike. I'm hitting it great. Ayush for the 2nd time in his 2nd over. Starts from the top of his run-up. Runs in. Crosses the umpire. Delivers good length delivery. Tried to cut it. Not short enough to play that cut shot. It seemed in as well. And that's a good take by the keeper. Another dot delivery. Wow. Such a contrast from both ends we are seeing. From the swimming pool end, Manjinder is totally dominating the game against Adil. While from the petrol pump end, Ayush Shukla has the upper hand over Hafiz Khan. 7 dot deliveries from Ayush to Hafiz in a row. Is he going to be able to get off the mark on this ball? Ayush runs in for the 3rd time. Tries to parallel it. Wow, that was some innovation. I guess that's some pressure setting in. Hafiz really looking to go and score some runs over here. Manjinder walking to Hafiz to have a chat with him. I mean, that shot was on, honestly. In T20 cricket these days, we see batters doing that all the time. Fine leg inside the circle, short boundaries behind the keeper. It's a good probability, good percentage shot, but you gotta execute it. And this time that was not the case. And it's now 8 dot deliveries in a row. Hafiz yet to get off the mark. Interesting over here. Ayush comes in, bowls, full delivery, driven straight to mid off, and they scamper through for a single, and the misfield helps them. They're coming back for a second, and they'll make it easily. That would have felt good to Hafiz's confidence. He's finally off the mark. Takes a double. That would have helped to calm Hafiz's nerves down a bit, getting off the mark. Fifth delivery of the fourth over coming up. Ayush comes in, bowls full delivery, tries to go for the pads. Down leg, I guess, and that's run to the fine leg boundary. It's going to be 4 leg buys as given by the umpire. Ayush is not happy, but the umpire's signal, I guess, is that it was going down leg, and it has gone for a 4. Signaled 4 leg buys, but they're runs. As long as they come, whichever way they come, runs are runs. PACC will be happy with that. 4 more runs to their total. They have moved on to 39, and there's still 1 more ball off the first over coming up. Ayush to Hafiz for the last time this over. Good delivery, guided 2-point. Wanted a single, but Manjinder sends him back. He's like, I'm having a good time against Adil from that, and I'm not taking a single of the last delivery, and that's the end of the over. So at the end of 4 overs, Pakistan Association, 39 for the loss of 1 wicket. Looks like it's time for the first bowling change of the day. Mohsin Khan has just handed his cap to the umpire and the jumper. It's a bit chilly out here, a bit of a breeze blowing from the left of your screen to the right of your screen. That's also going to help his swing because naturally he brings the ball into the right-hander, and if there is any juice left in this ball, he can extract it, and the breeze is only going to help him out. This is going to be interesting to see. Manjinder, as we know him, is going to continue to be aggressive. Shiv has come up to the stumps to make sure that Manjinder stays in the crease, because if he comes out and misses the ball, it's a gone case. A bit of a change in field here. They've brought the deep square leg fielder in and sent the deep mid wicket out. So we've got a long on and a deep mid wicket. Mohsin, left arm over the wicket to Manjinder, expecting an in-swinger first up. Comes in, delivers it. Yes, a bit of a shape inside. That's a good take by the keeper. That stayed a bit low. Very good take there by Shiv Mathur. Behind the stumps. Good start by Mohsin. Very good length there. If that's in the stumps and beats the bat, that's a wicket. So good length there by Mohsin, coming in for the second time. To Manjinder, crosses the umpire, delivers. This time it's in the stumps, and that's exactly what we just said. If that's in the stumps, you go cross and you miss it, that hits the stumps and it's a wicket. So second wicket for Hong Kong Cricket Club. Manjinder Singh has gotten bowled off Mohsin Khan's bowling. Inspired bowling change there by the captain of HKCC. Well, then call it commentator's curse or just common sense of game awareness. But HKCC has just gotten their second wicket. This partnership was developing nicely. It was 33 of just 15 deliveries. They were striking really well. But unfortunately, it's been broken courtesy. Good bowling by Mohsin Khan. He's going to look to do more of the same. He knows his biggest weapon is the ball that comes into the right-hander, and he's going to trust that with all he has. The new batter. is Tariq Nawaz, if I'm not wrong. These two were the ones that played a pivotal role in the game where PACC chased 400 against HKCC in the one-day competition earlier this season. Both of them got 100. Tariq Nawaz, the aggressor in that one, getting 100 of 60, while Hafiz made sure he played through. Good delivery to begin with, slightly outside the off stump. The new batter just looking to get his eye in. A very good leave, testing the keeper's skill, standing up to the stumps, and Shiv's been good behind the stumps. Good start to the 5th over for Hong Kong Cricket Club. A wicket and no runs off it yet. Mohsin, for the 4th time in his first over, comes in, delivers another ball outside off stump, goes over the covers, and that's on the roof. That's on the roof of the boundary bar, and that's another 6. Wow. How often do we see that? 4 batters have opened their account for PACC. 3 of them with a 6, and all 3 of them with a 6 of the second ball that they faced. I think we need a statsman to verify how many times has that happened in a game of cricket. Well, I guess fortunately enough, this 6 was hit over the offside, and that's a place where we can recover the balls from later on. We're going to have a change of ball right now, but I guess that ball's going to come back later on for us. We are still in the 5th over, so I believe it would be another new ball that's coming in. I guess so. 2 more deliveries to go. Mohsin to Tariq Nawaz comes in. Good delivery placed into the offside, and that's a bit of a miscommunication, but in the end, a good single. That single was always on. It was in between 2 fielders. I guess couldn't hear each other's calling, and that was what caused a bit of a miscommunication, but safe. All is well that ends well. 7 of the over until now and a wicket. Mohsin would be looking to get out of the over without conceding another boundary. It's been a good over so far. Last delivery coming up. This time Mohsin to Hafiz. Runs in. Crosses the umpire. Delivers it. Full delivery in the stumps. Inside edge. But straight to the square leg fielder. That field change really helping out over there. They brought the square leg in. Pushed the mid-wicket back. And that helped them with the dot ball on the last ball of the delivery. At the end of 5 overs, Hong Kong Cricket Club 46. Oh, Pakistan Association Cricket Club 46 for the loss of 2 wickets. Really good over from Mohsin Khan there. Taking 1 wicket and giving away only 7 runs. And even those 7 runs were courtesy 1 huge 6 from Tariq Nawaz and a single, which meant there were 4 dot deliveries in that over, which is gold in T20 cricket. I guess we're about to see a double bowling change. It looks like it's Anshuman who's going to be taking the last over of the power play. A bit of left arm orthodox to end the power play. A lot of Hong Kong national team players in action today. Anshuman, one of them from HKCC. We saw Ayush Shukla earlier. Mohsin Khan has represented Hong Kong. Adil Mahmood was a pivotal part in his gold days. Kinchit Shah, an important pillar of the Hong Kong team. Anshuman, ready to start the last over of the power play. Start short, swept away, over, fine leg for 6. We expected that. Tariq is not one who hangs around. He's got a sensible head on his shoulders. Knows the field, knows fine leg and square leg are both inside the circle. All he needs to do is to go over them in the circle, and he'll reap rewards for it. Anshuman, once again to Tariq. Full this time, and well respected by Tariq. It's the last over of the power play. Pakistan Association batters know it. They're going to want to extract the maximum value out of it. And we can see that intent. Anshuman to Tariq once again. Shortens the length. Swept away once again, this time over square leg, and it's another 6. So 2 sixes and 3 balls from Tariq. He has been kinder to the league. He's not losing those balls. Those balls keep coming back. It was just Manjinder who has lost 3 balls and the 3 sixes he hit. 3 more balls of the power play coming up. Anshuman to Tariq. Another sweep shot. This time it's in the air. Fielder going after it. But it's another 6. That's intelligent batting from Tariq. He knows that square leg and fine leg are both inside the circle, and so he can take his risks even if he doesn't middle them. As long as it's evading the 30-yard circle, he's going to be safe. I guess if the fine leg fielder was on the boundary for this one, this would have been curtains for him. But that's sensible batting. But now a field change. Anshuman to Tariq once again. This time he cuts it in the gap, and that's running away behind point for another boundary. So that's 22 of the over already. One more delivery still to go. Intelligent batting there by Tariq. They brought mid-wicket in, pushed square leg back, and he's like, that's okay, I'm going to go into the offside right now. 22 of the last over of the power play. One delivery still to go. Anshuman to Tariq. Comes in, delivers. Short delivery, goes over the offside right now, over the extra cover region. One bounce into the fence, ends the power play on a high note. Boundary to finish off. In the power play, Pakistan Association has 72 for the loss of 2 wickets. That's a run rate of 12 runs and over. A very, very healthy power play. Right then, at the end of the power play, Pakistan Association 72 for the loss of 2 wickets. Mohsin Khan, who's bowled a good over in the 5th over of the power play, is going to continue. Mohsin to Hafiz. The field can spread out now that the power play is over, so we can have 5 fielders outside the circle. As Mohsin comes in to deliver again. Full delivery, cover driven by Hafiz. There's protection on the offside. It's going to be just a single. So now that the field has spread out, we've got a deep square leg, a deep mid-wicket, a long on, a long off, and a sweeper on the offside. That's the 5 fielders outside the circle. The fine leg, third man, point, and extra cover on inside the circle, saving 1. Mohsin to Tariq this time, runs in, delivers, full delivery. Just hit into the leg side. The batsmen are running hard for 2, and they decide not to go for it. Nizakat is a great fielder. He was running in from deep mid-wicket, and batter showing good awareness to not chance his arm out of everyone who's on the field. With the power play out of the way, batters also getting a lot more options to get singles because the field has been spread. Mohsin for the 3rd time this over. Runs in, delivers, full delivery, driven straight. Long off is back. That's only going to be a 1. This middle part of the innings is very crucial. The over 7 to 14. It can make or break things for the batting side and also for the bowling side. So it's crucial to win this part of the match. Mohsin for the 4th time, this time to Tariq. Defended, and the batters decide against taking a single because it was straight to the fielder in the covers. So dot ball. 2 more deliveries to go in this over. And as I was speaking, this middle part, really important. If you're a cricket fan and you've been following cricket, especially T20 cricket, you would understand how important it is to win this phase of the game. Over 7 to 14. Mohsin for the 5th time this over. Comes in, delivers, full delivery again, guided to point. They go through for a single. There was a good shy at the stumps from the point fielder, but I guess the batsman had made it. Good backing up there from Anshuman. From long on, he ran to mid on to back that throw up. That's what you need. As a fielding unit, you want to back your fielders, you want to back your bowlers. You want to take every chance you get because in T20 cricket, the batsmen are going to come after you. So you got to make sure that whenever you get a chance, you grab it. Mohsin has been good so far. Last ball of his 2nd over coming up. He's only given away 11 in his 11 deliveries. This time, Hafiz tried to guide it between point and third, but there's good protection over there. Doesn't manage to find the gap, and it's a dot ball to finish. In 2 overs, Mohsin has given away 11 and taken a wicket. And at the end of 7 overs, Pakistan Association 76 for the loss of 2 wickets. Right then, Anshuman only brought on for that 1 over, and the assault from Tariq Nawaz has prompted an immediate bowling change. It's going to be Veer Mathur, one of the future superstars for Hong Kong, representing HKCC in this men's Premier League, coming in for the first time this match. Outside off stump, been given as a wide. Well left by the batter. He's an intelligent bowler. He's he's got a very smart head on his shoulders. He is young, but he's more skillful than you'd expect a player of his age to be. The field is the same as we saw for Mohsin in the previous over. Veer comes in once again. Again outside the off stump, another wide called. He does not look happy with that call. But the umpire, very certain. I guess that kind of a line is a result of what happened in the previous over. Tariq hitting a few sixes over the leg side, and Veer is trying to bowl it outside off stump and stay away from his arc. This time comes into the stumps and defended into the leg side. The keeper is up and called for it and made sure that the batsmen don't have a chance to go through for a single. So Veer comes in again, bowls, full delivery, hit into the leg side. Batters go through for a single. Hafiz might have been slow to start off, but this is the part of the game where he really needs to champion the team. The field is spread. He's good at playing technical, correct, proper book cricket shots. And he needs to keep the right rotating, and he late cuts it down to third man. Third is inside the circle. If there was a slip in place, that would definitely have been caught, but he knows there was no slip and makes sure he places that to perfection. Gets a boundary. First boundary by Hafiz. As I was saying, this is really the part of the game where he is really important to Pakistan Association. Veer once again. Outside off stump cut away. Oh, misses that. Good take behind the stumps by Shiv, backing up his brother. He is another one of the future superstars for Hong Kong. Veer once again to Hafiz. This time in the leg side, pulled away, but straight to short fine leg, who's inside the circle, and that's no run. Fine leg and third, both inside the circle. In the previous shot, he was able to avoid third man and get a boundary. This time, not the case with fine leg. This time, he's driven it down the ground in the air, but there's protection down there. Luke Jones cleans it up on long on. Single of the last ball at the end of 8 overs, 84 for the loss of 2 wickets. Mohsin has been good and has rightfully earned another over in his spell. He's gonna bowl his third over. Mohsin to Hafiz. In his 2 overs, he's given away 11 runs and taken a wicket. Most economical so far. I guess Ayush was more economical than him because the boundary in his over was a leg by. But anyways, Mohsin to Hafiz. Makes room, cuts it away, but straight to third man. Second wicket for Mohsin. And Hafiz has thrown it away. He was getting under a bit of pressure to score runs. He was finding fielders on the shots he was playing. This time it was a bit of a pressure shot. He was trying to hit it over point or third man. Both were inside the circle, but just finds the fielder at third. Pakistan Association have lost the third wicket. Mohsin has struck for the second time this match. 84 for the loss of 3 wickets. He was struggling to find his timing today though. So might not be the worst outcome for PACC. Blessing in disguise maybe. The new batter is Yasim Murtaza, their captain. Current Hong Kong captain as well. Asking for a leg stump guard. Left hand, right hand combination for PACC in the middle right now. The fielders will have a bit more running to do now. Lefty, righty, they'll have to be on their toes, observe where to go, where not to go, making sure that they are in the right place for the right batter. Yasim ready to face his first delivery. Will he get off the mark with a 6? I guess that was just a power play gimmick, but who knows? Who knows? You get a bad ball. Yasim Murtaza is not one who's going to let it slide. He's going to punish it. So Mohsin has to be on the mark, trying to get the field right now. And the 4 fielders inside the circle, square leg, fine leg, point and cover. Mohsin to Yasim for the first time this over. Hits it into the leg side. Has he found the gap? No. Kinshit from long on, cleans it up. Just a single. Yasim off the mark of the first delivery he faces. Mohsin to Tariq Nawaz. Tariq has looked dangerous ever since he came out to bat. 36 already of just 14 deliveries. Wow, that's very quick scoring. Mohsin to Tariq. He hits it into the leg side, happy with just rotating the strike. He knows they've made a lot of the power play. And so he's happy to just keep ticking the scoreboard and wait for the bat ball. And when it comes, latch onto it. A bit of a running around for the fielders, making sure leg side and offside is correct for the right hand and left hand combination. Mohsin to Yasim. Good length delivery. Hit into the offside. Oh, that was a wild throw, but good backing up. Good backing up by, from my eyes, it looks like Martin Coetzee. Luke Jones was the one with that wild throw. It was a good pickup, but the throw, not so much. Anyways, a safe single for PACC. The scoreboard moves on to 87 for the loss of 3 wickets. 5th ball of the 9th over coming up. Mohsin to Tariq. Full delivery, goes after it. There's no protection over there, and that's another 6 for Tariq Nawaz. I think he has a liking towards the swimming pool. That's his 5th 6, and 4 out of them have been on top of the swimming pool. Tariq Nawaz moves on to his 40s. 43 of 16 deliveries. Probably not going to challenge the fastest 50 record, but this is also pretty fast. The rate at which he is scoring. Mohsin to Tariq. At last ball of the 9th over. Will he go after it again? No. Very sensible. blocks it, gets out of the over safely, no damage done. He's not happy with it. He would have preferred a single, but sensible cricket all round. At the end of 9 overs, Pakistan Association 93 for the loss of 3 wickets. That over, I guess, was a 50-50 over, a wicket and 9 runs off it. I guess Mohsin will take it. He's still got good figures, 3 overs, 20 for 2 wickets. Veer to continue. The field pretty much the same for both the right-hander and the left-hander. Veer to Yasim for the first time this game. Good length delivery, guided into the leg side for a single. Yasim has looked good, faced 3 balls, gotten 3 singles, no dot balls. That's really important in T20 cricket. As long as you're scoring off every ball, that takes a lot of pressure off you as a batter. Because you know you're going to get a single if it's a good ball, and if it's a bad ball, you can deposit it out of the ground. Tariq to face Veer, drives it into the offside for a single. So Tariq has now moved to 44 runs with that single. One shot away from his half century milestone. Veer deciding to go right arm round the wicket to the left hander. Smart move because that brings the LBW into play. Comes in, bowls, full delivery, outside off stump, dug out by Yasim, dot ball. PACC on 95 in 9.3 overs right now. Oh, looks like that was just for one delivery that he wanted to come around the wicket. He's back over the wicket now. Comes in, delivers. Good length delivery, guided into the offside. A miscommunication among the batters, and that might be a wicket. And Yasim is out. Sacrificed himself for Tariq. A big miscommunication over there. Hong Kong Cricket Club taking full advantage of it. And Yasim is out. That was a single every day of the week. Tariq Nawaz called for it, committed. Yasim wanted to go back, but then decided Tariq has been playing amazing and he's going to sacrifice his wicket for him. Unfortunate for PACC, definitely not the way you want to lose a wicket. But it has just happened. And so PACC are now 95 for the loss of 4 wickets. And I guess umpires have called for drinks. Makes sense. 2 balls before the 10th over, the wicket falls and the umpires have called for drinks. Well, then the tide really shifted before the drinks break. PACC were going really strong. Yasim was looking to start his innings, but a really, really bad mix-up between the two batters resulted in a run out. So PACC at drinks were 95 for the loss of 4 wickets. New batter, it looks like Tanveer Afzal. Yep, it's Tanveer Afzal. Got the confirmation from my scorer. Veer to continue. He bowls a really nagging, really good length. So if you want to take runs off of him, you really want to go after him to score a few runs. Two more balls to go in this over. We took drinks because there was a fall of a wicket. The batsman had crossed though, so it's not going to be Tanveer on strike, who's the new batter. It's going to be Tariq Nawaz on strike. The field stays the same. Sahel, who's on point, looks like he's warming up. So we might be in for another bowling change now. Veer to Tariq. Guides it between point and third. Quick single. This was better communication, respecting your partner's call, going for it. To be very honest, if you rewind on your screens and go back, it wasn't an amazing throw for the run out in the previous delivery. If Yasim had made effort and gone for it earlier instead of giving up hope, he might have been able to save his wicket, but he had lost all hope. And that was also one of the reasons why that run out happened. So, a lesson for all the youngsters watching: if anything like this happens, you gotta give your 100% because you never know. The fielders are humans. The person taking the ball and removing the bails is a human. They can make mistakes. There's always a slight chance that things go your way. So, don't give up. Never give up. But too much with the motivational speech right now. Back to cricket. At the end of 10 overs, 96 for 4 PACC. Mohsin with his fourth over. So he's going to bowl 4 on the trot and finish off his quota. Mohsin to Tariq. Comes in, delivers. Tariq drives it into the offside for a single. A lot of it is circumstantial, because had they not lost a wicket in the previous over, I would have expected Tariq to go hard, try to look for a boundary, try to hit a 6. But with Yasim back in the dugout, there's a lot more responsibility on his shoulders to see the innings through to the 20th over and everything. Mohsin to Tanveer. Comes in, delivers. Full delivery, aims for the Yorker, but inside edge into the leg side. That's going to be a single. Tanveer gets off the mark. with that. So the trend of playing a dot ball first up and hitting a six on your second ball seems to have died out of the power play for new batters from PACC. Much more sensible now, respecting the situation, respecting the fact that they're four down. Mohsin to Tariq this time, third time this over. Shows a shimmy to extract something from the bowler, but then good delivery by Mohsin, driven straight, but misfield on his follow through, allowing batsman to go through for a single. PACC 99 now, one short of their team 100. Tariq Nawaz on 47 of 21 deliveries. Mohsin Khan, three more deliveries to go in his spell. Can he get another wicket? If he does, HKCC will be firmly on top in this game. And he's really trying to do that. He's trying to get that Yorker in. But this time the batsmen go through for a quick single. They were thinking about a second, but decide not to. Two more balls from Mohsin. He would really want to get another wicket and make it a three-wicket haul. He's had a good day so far, 3.4 overs, 24 for two wickets. Given the situation where the PACC batters are almost going at 10 and over, going for under 7 is a big win. Actually, amazing performance from Mohsin. Mohsin comes in again, this time to Tariq. Hits it into the leg side, there's protection in the mid-wicket region, and it's just going to be a single. PACC's team score has crossed 100. Tariq shadowing how he would have played it if not for the situation. He would have deposited it into the stands, but if just for the situation. Right, then at the end of 11 overs, PACC 101 for 4. Tariq Nawaz on strike at 48, so he would be looking to get to his 50 ASAP. Veer Mathur into his third over. He's also had good returns, 2 overs for 11. Hasn't taken any wicket, but that run out was courtesy good fielding of his bowling, so starts off with a dot ball. Tariq there trying to go over the cover fielder, but just couldn't get under it this time. Veer Mathur, second time this over. Another good length delivery placed into the leg side for a single. The good part about Veer is that he bowls a good channel, a very good length. Doesn't try to bowl short, doesn't try to go for those expansive Yorkers except for those once in a while surprise ones. Very good disciplined bowling by Veer. This time he goes full and Tanveer tries to go over and that's taken. Fifth wicket down for PACC. Tanveer wanted to go straight down the ground, get 6 runs, but unfortunately has hit it directly into the hands of the long on fielder. Easy catch by HKCC standards, and PACC are now 5 down for 102. They were going all guns blazing in the power play. At the end of 6 overs, they had 72 on the board, only 2 wickets down. In the next 5.3 overs, 30 runs and 3 wickets. What a comeback by HKCC. They're showing it's their home ground. They're here to play. Yes, you won the power play, but that's not the end of the game. New batters are going to come in. Tariq Nawaz just giving him some advice that look for the slower ball. He's not giving you much pace to work with. And so looks like it's Nasrullah Rana, the new man in. He can bat, even though he's mainly into the team for his fast bowling, but he can bat. So it's not like we are into the tail already. 3 more balls to go in this over. Veer has finally taken his first wicket. Good delivery start. Oh, quick single, quick single. Very good call, early call by Tariq, and he was running the danger end, so that's good cricket there. Nasrullah respecting his partner. That single taken. Tariq is now on 49. 1 shot away from his 50. Is it going to be this ball? His wicket has become a lot more important after the 5 wickets that have fallen now. Veer to Tariq. Full delivery, tries to drive it, misses it. Good take by the keeper, but he's firmly planted his foot inside the crease, so that stumping is a not out. One more delivery to go in the 12th. Veer has been good. This over, only 2 runs and a wicket. Veer to Tariq. Good length delivery, dabbed into the offside, sent back, no single. So he's going to have to wait for his 50, still on 49. No 50 yet for Tariq Nawaz. At the end of 12 overs, Pakistan Association 103 for the loss of 5 wickets. And as we said, Sahel was warming up, and that's the bowling change. Sahel replaces Mohsin, who has finished his 4 overs. Finished his quota of 4 overs, so it's going to be Sahel to Nasrullah. Bit of a swapping around among the fielders going on. The field is largely the same, but I guess they have swapped the personnel to make sure that okay, Sahel starting his spell. No run. Dot ball to begin with. Good effort by Shiv behind the stumps, making sure that he goes for that ball himself. Doesn't leave it to anybody else, making sure that he keeps them down to a dot ball. Was on the pads, but I guess the situation is such that the batters are a bit more cautious than they would normally be against this type of a ball. They're in a rebuilding phase right now, and so a dot ball. That was down the leg side. Has he affected a stumping? The umpire says not out. It was a wide delivery, so that's going to have to be re-bowled, but the batter was off balance for a minute, and Shiv trying to affect a stumping over there. Not successful that time. The umpire says not out. So 1 extra and a re-bowl. Nasrullah takes a single. Tariq Nawaz back on strike. 49 not out of 26 deliveries. 25 deliveries, my bad. Or no, it's 26 deliveries. 2 4s and 5 6s to his name. He'll be looking to get that 50. Sahel to Tariq. Comes in, delivers on the offside, under edges it to third man, and they run through for a quick single. That's 50 for Tariq Nawaz. Not sure if he knows that. Not sure if his team... Yeah, he knows that. His teammates have told it. Acknowledges the applause from the pavilion. 50 for Tariq Nawaz of 27 deliveries. His role is really important. He knows the job is not done. Only 5 wickets in the hut, so he needs to go through to 20 overs. Sahel now comes in to Tanvir. Oh, to Nasrullah, sorry. And that's in the air. The keepers call for it and takes it, completes the catch. Sixth wicket down for PACC, and they are now tumbling 106 for 6. Tariq is not happy. He's like, I am the set batter. Just take a single and get me on strike. But that's not what the other batters have in mind. Another wicket goes down. PACC 106 for 6. The first 6 overs belong to PACC. They got 72 in the power play, lost 2 wickets. The next 6 over, all HKCC. From the 7th to the 12th over, it was only 31 runs and 3 wickets went down. And instead of rebuilding, the PACC batters are just going after it, ball after ball, not letting the set batter take the reins. Well then, 4 wickets left in the tank. Normally, the rule of thumb in T20s is whatever you get in the first 12 overs, you try to double that score in the last 8 overs. But I guess that's not going to happen today. If they can double it, it would be a big effort from PACC, and that would require a massive contribution from Tariq Nawaz. New man in is Ghazanfar. Normally in the team for his leg break bowling, but today he's got a bit of work to do with the bat. Sahel, fresh off a wicket, comes in, full delivery, driven straight to the covers. Sensible start by Ghazanfar. No risk taken, respecting playing the ball on its merit. Dot ball. Last ball of a successful over from Sahel coming up. 2 runs from this over and a wicket. 3 runs rather. There was a wide as well. This is the extra delivery that he bowled the wide. So comes in, delivers slower delivery, driven down to mid-off for a single. HKCC trying to rush things a bit. The umpires might have told them that they are slightly behind the rate. Right, so we saw Mohsin bowl his 4 overs on the trot from the swimming pool end. It looks like Veer is going to finish his quota from the petrol pump end, and he has bettered his mate in terms of economy. Mohsin had given away 20 in his 3 overs, got in 2 wickets though. Veer has been much more economical. 3 overs, 13 for a wicket. Let's see what he can do in his last over. We all know what's going to come from Veer. He's going to stay disciplined, wicket to wicket, good length deliveries, and that's what he bowls first up. Ghazanfar guides it in between third and point. That's running away to the fence, and it's going to be 4. Very, very smart batting by Ghazanfar. Low risk, high reward. That's what you need at this stage when you are 6 down in the 13th over. Showing all the batters that have gotten out that there are ways to score runs without hitting it in the air and taking a lot of risk. Smart cricket there, just finding the gap between point and third, getting 4, and then the next ball, just trying to get a single, but it's a play and a miss. Nelson on the board, 1-1-1, the score for PACC. Feet off the ground, right hand up, whatever the rule is in your pavilion. Veer to Ghazanfar. Cuts it away, this time in front of point. It's running away, and it's a good stop on the boundary by Martin Kodzi. Batters go through for 2 runs. You can put your feet back on the ground. The score has moved on to 1-1-3. Veer to Ghazanfar another time. This time just guides it into the vacant leg side for a single. Very, very smart batting. 7 of the over already without taking any risk at all. This is what the senior batters needed to do. This is what the top order batters were expected to do. Unfortunately, did not happen today. PACC in a bit of a rebuilding phase. Tariq Nawaz to face Veer right now. He's been good today. Full delivery, driven down to mid-off for a single. Nezakat, the fielder at long off. He's got a good pair of hands. Cleans it up. Clean throw to the keeper. Ball is back to the bowler, and we are set for the last delivery of Veer's spell. He would really want to get a wicket on this ball. Coming in to Ghazanfar, good length delivery. Ghazanfar guides it down to third man, who has now gone back to the boundary, and it's just a single. at the end of 14 overs. PACC 116 for 6. Veer has finished his spell and he's got good returns of 4 overs, 22 runs, and 1 wicket. Which means after this over, we're going to see a bowling change from the petrol pump end. Ayush has 2 overs to go. Adil has 2 overs to go. I would expect one of them to come back from that end. Or maybe a bit of a leg break from Luke Jones or Nizakat, or Kinshit might come and roll his arm over. Who knows? For now, it's Sahil to Gazanfar. Comes in, bowls, good length delivery down the leg side. I guess that was off the pad. Quick single. Ooh, that could have been dangerous. Gazanfar was not dragging his bat, and Luke Jones decided to have a shy at the stumps. If he got the direct hit, that could have been close. But in the end, one leg by to PACC. In normal circumstances, Tariq would go berserk after getting his 50. Situation's a bit different now. More consolidation at this stage. Goes for it and it's taken. Tariq is out. Great catch by Adil Mahmood running in from third man. Sahel has gotten the second wicket in his second over. As I was saying, normally he goes berserk in after reaching his 50, and that's what he tried to do, but edged it straight into the hands of the third fielder. 7th one down for PACC. Things not looking good. In their previous game at KCC, they got 244 in their 20 overs, and that wasn't enough. KCC chased it down in 17 overs, 15 balls to spare. So that means this is a high-scoring league. They would be really happy, HKCC, that they are keeping them down to a very, very low total. And the way they've come back after that power play, 72 in the power play, and now it's 117 for 7. I guess now it's a game of batting out the overs more than anything else. Samir Tariq, the new man in. Sahel to Samir. Comes in, crosses the umpire, delivers full delivery outside the leg stump. That's well fielded by Fine Leg. It was a bit too wide for the keeper to take it, but the Fine Leg makes sure it doesn't go to the boundary. I guess that was Mohsen Khan on Fine Leg. That's good fielding effort. 2 runs added to the total. Wide and a single. Gazanfar now on strike. Sahel calls third in. Square leg goes back to Gazanfar. Slower delivery. Good check by Gazanfar. He was driving, checked it midway, seeing that it was a slower delivery, made sure it didn't pop up into the offside to the fielder. Now he's shadowing how he could go over the covers. But I guess they need to play out a few overs over here as opposed to like going berserk at this stage. Sahel to Gazanfar for one more time. Another slower delivery, this time blocked straight back to the bowler. 3 runs of this over, none off the bat, mind you. Two more balls to go in this over. Sahel to Gazanfar one more time. Another slower delivery, again blocked back to Sahel. Last ball of the over coming up. Another slower delivery, this time driven into the offside. There's protection at the boundary, so it's a single. 120 at the end of 15 overs. They were going at 12 runs and over at the end of the power play. They are going at 8 runs and over now. Great comeback by HKCC. 3 wickets to go. And HKCC realized that. They're like, I guess We need to get those 3 wickets ASAP. Make sure PACC don't play out the 20 overs. And they've brought back their ace bowler, their striker, Ayush Shukla, back into the attack. Ayush so far, 2 overs, just 3 runs. Hasn't gotten a wicket yet, but 2 overs for 3 runs, that's amazing. Especially in a T20 game. Especially when you bowled in a power play where the team scored at 12 runs and over. Too good. Let's see what he can do in his second spell. Trying to get the angles right, making sure the third man is slightly finer in case there's an edge that flies off the batter. Ayush to Gazanfar. Runs in, bowls. Slower delivery outside off stump, upish, but safe. Mid off his back, so that's going to be a single. Gazanfar has moved into double figures. He's 11 of 13 now, 1-4 to his name. Samir Tariq yet to get off the mark. But he hasn't faced any legal delivery yet, though. Third man has been sent back now. Mid-off has come into the circle for him. Ayush to Samir. Full delivery, edges it, goes to third man. Good captaincy there. Making sure that it's a new batter. He might be tentative and the edges are more likely to come by and so send the third back. Single has been taken and so third comes back into the circle for Gazanfar. Mid-off goes back to long off. 2 singles of the first 2 deliveries. Ayush to Gazanfar. Good length delivery. Gazanfar wanted to go after it, but that was outside off stump. He was trying to drag it into the leg side. Unsuccessful. Play and a miss there. It's always a conundrum, you know. When do you go after it after a rebuilding phase? 3 wickets left. Do you wait until the 17th over? Do you go after it right now? Do you respect that the opposition has brought their strike bowler right now, which means they're going to finish off before the 20th over? Do you wait for that over? Always something you need to take a decision as a batter. And Gazanfar this time just dabs it into the offside for a single. You know, there's 2 schools of thoughts over here. One is the baseball school of thought, which is like you go berserk, you're gonna take your chances in the 18th over, get out then. Might as well just take your chances now. And if it works wonders. If it doesn't work, you're gonna get out later on anyway. So might as well go for it now. And then there's the other school of thought, which I'd like to call the MS Dhoni school of thought, which is to take the game deep, go to the 20th over, maximize the number of balls you face. You never know, you might get a lot of runs from wides, you might get a lot of runs from your singles and doubles in addition to the acceleration you're going to have at the end of the game. So taking the game deep, and it's always a fine balance between those 2 approaches. Modern day T20 cricket has become so demanding that it's easy to lean towards the baseball approach and go after it, even though you've got like only 3 wickets in hand. But I guess now is the right time. 4.1 overs left, 3 wickets in hand. Gazanfar has faced 15 deliveries. He has his eye in and he goes for it, but straight to the cover fielder. Doesn't time it as well as he would have liked. So it's just going to be a single. 16 overs done. Pakistan Association, 125 for the loss of 7 wickets. Right then, captain has come on to bowl. Unique decision over there. A right arm off break bowler coming on to bowl. 2 right-handers on strike. Or is it not? He took off his cap. I thought he was coming on to bowl, but looks like Sahel is going to continue. Sahel has been good. 2 overs, 7 runs, 2 wickets. I guess this is going to be the last over for Sahel, maybe. They'll bring back Adil Mahmood, or who knows. He's been doing good, might get all his 4. Full delivery to begin. Gazanfar hits it into the leg side, and it's just a single. Adil Mahmood would be thinking, why did the captain give me the ball during the power play? I could have had such good figures today if I bowled after the power play. But and is it the third time for Sahel? Tabarak says no. I guess there was a bit of an inside edge on that. Samir trying to guide it into the leg side, get a single. Adil is warming up. I guess he's going to take 18 and 20 from the petrol pump end while Ayush takes the 19th from the swimming pool end. Sahel comes in once again. Full delivery in the air. That was a slower delivery, but bounces just in front. Is it a run out? Oh, that would have been super close had that been a direct hit. Samir Tariq was slow out of the crease, and Kinchit saw that. He knew he couldn't get the catch, but he knew he had the presence of mind to try the run out over there. Not to be this time. No direct hit. One more run to PACC's total. But good effort there by HKCC. Sahel comes in for the fourth time this over. Full delivery. Gazanfar goes after it, and he has cleared the fence. So finally we see another six. I don't remember seeing a six being hit in the last, since we've had the drinks break actually. But Gazanfar deciding that this is the time to free up his arms. This is the time to start going after it. Make sure PACC have a respectable total to make a game out of it. Will he go again? He goes again. This time hasn't made that good of a connection, but goes to the fielder on the bounce. Just a single. Lucky for him that he didn't connect it better than he did right now. Otherwise, it would have gone straight down the throat of mid-wicket. One bounce to Nizakat, who clears it up. Just a single. Last ball of the 17th over coming up. I feel like Samir is going to take a cue from what Gazanfar is doing. He's going to try to go after it himself, but he doesn't. Oh, it's a wide delivery missed by the keeper. That's going to be 5 wides. It's running down to the fence. It's not the first time Sahel has missed his line down the leg side. Every over, he's bowled one down the leg side. First over, the keeper kept it out. Second over, fine leg helped him out. This time, it was bisecting both the keeper and the fine leg, and it's finally 5 wides. Captain won't be happy with that. He would want him to stay wicket to wicket. PACC won't mind that. 5 free runs, an extra ball. And Samir is like, we got 5 runs of the previous delivery that we weren't supposed to get. Why take a risk of this delivery? Dot ball, makes sure no single. Gazanfar strays on strike. At the end of 17 overs, Pakistan Association 139 for the loss of 7 wickets. Last 3 overs coming up. Looks like Adil Mahmood is going to definitely take 18 and 20, and Ayush is going to take 19. So that's going to be the end of Sahel's spell, most likely. He's got 3 overs, 21, 2 wickets to his name. Adil Mahmood to Gazanfar. 3 overs. 30 would be the minimum that PACC would want in the last 3. Adil to Gazanfar. Short delivery, cut away in between point and third. That was in the air, but he found the gap to perfection and gets a boundary. This is not the first time that he's found that gap. It looks to be one of the strengths of Gazanfar to find that gap between point and third. It's not a huge gap, mind you. The point is slightly backward of point, and the third is squarer, not too fine. So it's good placement by Gazanfar to find that gap and get that boundary. Boundary early in the over. Always a good thing for the batting side. Adil to Gazanfar. Full delivery this time, driven down the ground. There's protection at long on, and the fielder will cut it off. Single. Samir Tariq now on strike. He's one of the shorter in stature batters on display today. And Adil is one of the tallest bowlers. That's going to be a good contest. Yorker dug out safely, but a dot ball. Adil for the 4th time in this over. Bowling to Samir Tariq. Comes in, delivers, good length delivery, quick delivery. Bit of a shape in as well, I guess. It's the seam of the ball that is causing that. Adil really good at hitting the seam. With his height, gets a bit of extra bounce as well. Hurried the batter this time. Dot delivery. Fifth ball of the over coming up. Adil to Samir. Full delivery driven straight down the ground. There's protection. Nizakat cleans it up. Only a single. Batters wanted two, but these boundaries are not too long and these fielders are too good to take a risk against. So just a single. 145 now PACC. Six of the over until now. Good comeback by Adil after giving away a boundary on the first delivery. Gazanfar would really want to get one more boundary off this delivery. Adil would want to keep that out. Adil to Gazanfar. Full delivery. Gazanfar goes after it, edges it, and evades the third man fielder. It's a boundary. That was a good effort from Mohsin. It was to his strong side, the left hand side, but unfortunately a bit too far out of reach. And that's gone for a 4. So at the end, 10 runs of the over. PACC 149 for the loss of 7 wickets. 2 overs to go. So as expected, Ayush Shukla to bowl the penultimate over. Normally, they say the penultimate over is the most crucial over if you're defending a total, and the last over is slightly more important if you're bowling first. So I would have expected Ayush to bowl the 20th, but I guess the math has worked in a way, or maybe it's a preference of ends that he's bowling the penultimate. Ayush to Samir. Full delivery, driven straight, and there's protection. Mid-off cuts it off, just a single. That was a good shot, but just didn't manage to. And they're going for a second. Could be dangerous. Direct hit. Is it on? Yes, it is. That was risky. Ayush, very good with his fielding. Picks it up, gets a bullet throw in, and makes sure he hits the stumps. Umpire had no hesitation to give it, and the batter knew they were out of their ground. Just keeps on walking through. That's the 8th wicket down for PACC. 2 more wickets left. 11 more balls left. Gazanfar is looking good. He is not out for 30 of 22 deliveries. Waheed and Sajjad are the 2 batters to come. I guess it's Waheed coming in ahead of Sajjad. I mean, I wouldn't blame the batter at this stage for taking that risk. Every run is valuable. It was a risk worth taking, but excellent fielding effort from Ayush. He hasn't got anything in the wickets column for himself, but that run out, amazing. So Ayush to Waheed. Quick to quick. Wide outside off stump. Signaled as a wide, a bit too wide, that one. Waheed is the lead fast bowler for PACC. Ayush, of course, the lead fast bowler for HKCC. It's going to be a good battle. Fast bowlers always fancy themselves as batters, even though they're being sent at number 10. They always think they can open the innings, so confidence is always high. Waheed set to face again. Ayush runs in, crosses the umpire, delivers. Slower, good length delivery, beats the batter by pace. Waheed was way through his swing and the ball hadn't yet arrived. Dot ball. Change in fielding. Deep point has been sent outside the circle. Square leg has been brought in. That signals to me that it's going to be a line outside of stump. But third is still inside the circle. An edge could be a bit dangerous. Maybe it's a double bluff. He's just going to go for a Yorker into the stumps. Who knows? Ayush to Waheed. Stays outside of stump. Signal wide yet again. That's always the danger, you know. You need to practice a lot to get these correct. It's always a margin of inches. Ayush is Going back to his mark, he's going to try again to get that right. Field doesn't change. Still extra cover and point out on the offside. Ayush runs in. Wide delivery again and beats the batter. Has he edged it? Yes, he has. That's the ninth one down for PACC. Ayush finally has something in the wickets column for himself. He's bowled beautifully today. 3.3 overs, 11 runs for a wicket. Waheed goes out for a duck. And that's the ninth one down for PACC. Last wicket remaining. Gazanfar has watched those two wickets fall from the non-strikers end this over. He is not out at 30, but has not been given the strike. I guess his instructions to Sajjad would just be to take a single, make sure you don't get out, stick with me, and I'll take care of most of the scoring. Ayush would definitely have other plans. He would want to clean it up as soon as possible. Field changes. Point comes in, third goes out, mid-off comes in, square leg goes out, Ayush to Sajjad. Full and straight into the stumps, trying to get that LBW, but Sajjad solid with his defense into the leg side for a single. Nizakat from the mid-wicket fence predicting that Gazanfar is just going to take a single off this delivery. Field has changed yet again. Mid-off has gone back. Third has come in. Two more balls in Ayush's spell remaining. Ayush to Gazanfar. Gazanfar tries to go for a hike. Misses it. Dot delivery. Last ball of the over remaining. I guess Gazanfar would want to just take a single so that he's on strike for the last over. Adil is going to bowl it, and Gazanfar got two boundaries off him in the previous over that Adil bowled. So I guess he would fancy his chances in the last over. Who knows? Modern day cricket is played in a different way. So Ayush to Gazanfar. Last ball of his spell. Comes in. And beats him. Dot ball. No boundary, no single. Great bowling from Ayush. He has finished his spell. 4 overs, 12 runs and a wicket. Amazing bowling over there. Last over of the innings coming up. The previous over yielding just 2 runs and also 2 wickets. It looks like it's not going to be Adil to finish his quota. It's going to be Sahel bowling the last over of the match. He's been good so far. 21 and 2 wickets. I guess it's a smart move. Sahel is not as quick as Adil. And when you've got two lower order batters on the crease, lack of pace can often be more advantageous than express pace. Sahel is intelligent. Shiv is not up to the stumps. He knows the tendency of the wide delivery. Slower ball to begin with. Guided down to third man. Sajjad has taken a single, got an off strike. Good stuff first up. Shiv has decided he's going to come up asking for the helmet. He wants to come up to Sahel. What can Gazanfar do in the last 5 deliveries of this innings? Can he get them to 160? 170 would be even better. But he's against the long boundary here. Petrol pump end is the end that has the longer boundaries of the two. Sahel to Gazanfar. Slower delivery. Tries to go over fine, but only manages to go to square. Refuses the single. To give you an idea of the field, we've got fine leg, third man, point and cover inside the circle. Square leg, mid wicket, long off, long on, and deep extra cover on the fence. So that one was intended to go over fine leg because that's inside the circle. Unsuccessful that time. No run. Slower delivery again. This time in the slot. Hit over extra cover. They refuse the single once again. Deep cover cleans it up. So another dot ball. Twice he's refused the single. He gives himself good chance here. Gazanfar, he thinks he can clear the fence on one of the next few deliveries and make up for those refused singles. Sahel would have other ideas. Fourth time in the last over. Another slower delivery. Swing and a miss. Another dot delivery and another single refused. Just one of the over so far. 2 more balls to go. HKCC would be happy with it. Gazanfar would be looking to deposit at least one of the last 2 deliveries out of the park. Sahel's gonna continue holding his line. Slower delivery again. This time he gets hold of it and deposits it straight onto the side screen. 6 runs. That's 160 for PACC. Those refused singles probably paying off. Gazanfar hitting one out of the park. Last ball of the 20th over coming up. He would be looking to get one more 6. Shiv has decided to step back, seeing that the batsman is not super keen to go down the track. Or maybe it's a bait for the batsman to go down the track with the keeper coming away from the stumps. Sahel to Gazanfar. Slower delivery once again. He gets hold of it once again and gets another 6. Wow, 2 sixes in a row to finish. Some momentum to PACC's way. 166 is what they have ended up playing their 20 overs out for the loss of 9 wickets. 167 is the target. Respectable total to end. It's not going to be an easy chase. PACC has a nice bowling attack. 167 is what Hong Kong Cricket Club would need to win this game. Let's take a look at how things went for the batting side. They started out all guns blazing. Zishan and Hafiz opened the innings. They got out cheaply, but Manjinder really making sure they made the most of the power play. 26 of 12 for him. Tariq Nawaz got a half century, was the anchor in the middle, 51 of 29. Few low scores after that, few bad mix-ups and irresponsible batting, but Gazanfar made sure they finished well. 42 of 29 for him, 18 by the extras, and 166 was the total for the batting side. Bowlers, generally a good performance. They got a bit of a tap in the power play, but everyone managed to get a wicket except for Anshi, who just bowled that 1 over which Tariq Nawaz took out. The pick of the bowlers was definitely Ayush Shukla, 4 overs, 12 runs for a wicket. Sahel bowling well, getting 2 wickets for himself. Veer with a wicket and Mohsin with 2 crucial blows. All in all, 166 was what PACC got in their 20 overs. 167 is going to be the target to win the game. We'll be back with you very shortly with the run chase. Right then, back on field with the run chase. If you missed out, if you're just joining us, Pakistan Association got 166 in their allocated 20 overs and have set Hong Kong Cricket Club a target of 167 to win in their batting innings. It's going to be Mohammad Waheed to kick off the proceedings from the swimming pool end. And opening the batting for HKCC is going to be Martin Kotzi taking the strike. And on the non-strikers end, it's going to be Anshuman Rat. For 6 overs, power play really important for Pakistan Association to get big wickets to have any chance of defending this total. On the other hand, Hong Kong Cricket Club would look to maximize the power play as much as they can. Slip in place. The two fielders outside the circle are third and deep square leg. Exact replication of the strategy that Hong Kong Cricket Club had against PACC. That looks like the trend among the Premier League teams in Hong Kong, starting off with a deep square leg and a third. Right then, we are set to play. Waheed comes in for the first time in the chase. Oh, Yorker up front. Wow, very aggressive start. Martin Kotzi was all up for it. Digs it out safely. No damage done. Waheed. He's quick and he's a bit unorthodox. Delivers slightly off a wrong foot. More of the Sohail Tanveer school of bowling. Change in fielding. Long on has gone back. Third has come in. I guess they are sensing a bit of aggressive cricket from HKCC batters, and that's probably prompted that change. Waheed for the second time to Kotzi. Comes in, delivers, full delivery again, driven through the covers. Well fielded by the fielder in covers. I guess that was Samir Tariq. Yep, that was good effort. Youngsters putting their hand up in the field. Well, yet another change in field. So 3 balls and 3 times the fielding change. Square leg has come into the circle. Point has gone back. Oh, the batsman took a single over there. It's Anshuman on strike right now. So square leg and third. It's a 6-3 off to leg side field. 6 on the offside, 3 on the leg side. Waheed to Anshi. Good length delivery, pulled away. There's protection on the square leg fence, and it's going to be a single. So both the HKCC openers now off the mark. Solid start from both teams. Just 3 balls into the chase. Waheed comes in once again. Good length delivery, blocked. Great fielding in his follow through. A bit of a mix up, but throw went to the wrong end. Dot ball, no damage done. Waheed comes in once again. This time it's in the air and it's 6. Flat 6, just cleared the circle, hits the swimming pool. Martin Kotzi has announced his intentions. Very clear, and right away the slip has come out of the attack. Mid-off cover, both were up in the circle. Martin Kotzi goes over the top, gets 6 runs. Waheed has been bowling a good length. That wasn't really in the slot, but it was a great shot by the batter to make sure that goes for a 6. But now more protection in the offside. The slip has come out. Last ball of the first over coming up. Waheed to Kotzi. defended into the offside. The fielders are hanging at the edge of the circle, and that's going to be an easy single for HKCC. So 9 of the first over without any loss, HKCC. And to share the new ball duties from the petrol pump end, it looks like it's going to be Nasrullah Rana. He's also one who's represented Hong Kong in the past and continues to be a pivotal part in the national squad. So petrol pump end, the end that has the slightly longer boundaries. Two fielders outside the circle are square leg and third man for Martin Kodzi. No slip for Nasrullah to begin with. Martin, a really aggressive batter, would look to get as many runs as he can in the power play. Nasrullah comes in for the first time this game. Good length delivery, rushed the batter, but a bit too high, I guess, and that's been given not out. Misfield on the point position, but no damage done, just a single. Or was that a leg by? That was given as a run off the bat. I guess there might have been a bit of an inside edge, or the umpire thought so. Anshuman taking a leg stump guard against Nasrullah. That delivery to Kodzi, I guess, seemed in a bit to him. So that means Nasrullah would probably take it away from the left-hander with the angle and with the seam or swing, whatever he's getting. Nasrullah to Anshi. Comes in, good length delivery, guided down to third man for a single. Very, very smart batting by Anshi. He knows his role in this partnership. Kodzi is generally the aggressor among the two, and Anshi is the one who looks to play sensibly, minimize the dot balls, get the singles, get Kodzi on strike as much as possible so he can take full advantage of the power play. Field does not change. A square leg and a third on the boundary. Nasrullah is bowling a good length, so he's not afraid of getting hit straight down the ground. If Kodzi is to hit him straight down the ground, it has to be either a bad ball or an amazing shot. Third ball of the over. Nasrullah to Kodzi. Full delivery, edged it. It's gone down to third man, and that's taken. A clean catch by Sajjad on the third man fence. Excellent bowling by PACC. Early wickets is what the doctor had prescribed, and it's exactly what Nasrullah delivered. Kodzi is gone after hitting a beautiful six. 9 runs is what he got on the board of the 7 deliveries he faced. But now he's back in the dugout. PACC have struck early, and that's the man they would have wanted to face as less deliveries as possible in the power play. It was a full delivery. It was there to eye the straight boundary. But I guess he closed the bat face a bit too early, flew to third, and have to give it to the fielder. It was a great catch by Sajjad, making sure he knew exactly where he was, making sure he knew exactly where the boundary ropes were, and completing the catch cleanly. New batter in, Nizakat Khan. This partnership, Nizakat and Anshuman, these two were the batters where arguably Hong Kong had their best game of the Asia Cup when they faced India in UAE a couple of years back. They almost came very close to beating India, and these two were the batters who had a great almost 200-run partnership when Hong Kong went very close to beat India. Of course, India came back. They are a superstar team, and they made sure they did not let Hong Kong win that game. But these two pivotal pillars of the Hong Kong national team, homegrown talent as well. PACC on the attack now. The slip has come in. Manjinder Singh in the slips accompanying Zishan Ali. Nasrullah High on confidence after getting that wicket, running in for the fourth time this over. Short delivery to begin with, flick to fine leg, quick single, could be dangerous. Throw is on the bowler's end, but no damage done in the end. Direct hit could have been close, maybe a faster throw. But Nizakat is off the mark. Kotsi is really important for HKCC in the power play. He's really the person who goes after it. Not to say that Anshi and Nizakat cannot. They are amazing batters. But they do like to play the long game. More than Kotsi, at least. Nasrullah to Anshi. Fifth ball of the over. Short delivery pulled away in front of square, and that's a boundary. Anshi gets his first boundary away. There was protection and square leg, but Anshi saying that your pace is not too quick for me. I can hit you in front of square and I'll get 4 runs. Our cameraman doing a good job out there, showing you how hard it is to look for the ball in the bushes, but I guess Yasim Murtaza finds it. The experience is not just useful on the field while playing cricket, it's also useful to know where the ball is and finding it in those bushes. If you're fielding there for the first time, it's not easy. But we've got the ball back. Last ball of the second over coming up. 7 off it until now. 1 wicket to Nasrullah. Comes in. Bowls full delivery, driven to mid-off, a quick single again. These two batters have amazing chemistry. They've played for so long together in club cricket, in the national team. They can run these quick singles very well in the circle. At the end of 2 overs, Hong Kong Cricket Club 17 for the loss of 1 wicket. Waheed to continue from the swimming pool end. PACC would really want to get these two back in the hut as soon as possible. If they get one or even both of these wickets, it's game on. And she just making sure he's got his gloves properly tied up. It's now switched to a 5-4 off to leg side field, extra protection on mid wicket. Waheed Tuanshi comes in, bowls full delivery, flicked away off the pads, did not make contact with it, but it's in the vacant leg side. Batters go through for a leg by. That was a silent appeal, but then quickly they realized that it was pitching outside leg. Right arm over the wicket to a left-hander is always a bit dicey with LBWs. You need to get it spot on if you want an LBW from that angle. More often than not, it's going to be not out. But now it's Nizakat facing. Right-hander on strike right now. Long on and deep square leg. The two fielders on the boundary. Rest everyone inside the circle. Waheed Nizakat crosses the umpire. Ball shot delivery. Cut away. And the batters decide against taking the single. It's been given a no ball. We saw one no ball in the PACC batting innings when Adil Mahmood had overstepped. Manjinder Singh made the most out of it, deposited into the boundary, lost a ball as well. Nizakat now has a free hit. Let's see if he can do the same. Waheed Nizakat, free hit. Full delivery, goes for it, big shot, clears long on, and I think that's a lost ball. That was 6 in any ground, whether in Hong Kong or outside. Proper hit by Nizakat. 6 runs off of it. That's the first 6 of, no, second 6 of the PACC innings. First for Nizakat. I've been told that these balls cost approximately 700 Hong Kong dollars. That's like close to 90 US dollars if I've got my math right. And every lost ball is a bill to the league. Manjinder lost three balls when he hit 3 sixes. Let's see if HKCC loses more or less. Well, ideally, we would want to keep the costs down. Wahid to Nizakat once again, driven into the offside, and she wants it. Nizakat doesn't. Oh! That was really close. A clean take or a direct hit would have meant curtains for Nizakat, but unfortunately for PACC, neither of them happened, and no damage done to HKCC. I was just mentioning that these two are amazing in between the wickets, but a bit of a miscommunication over there. But full effort by Nizakat, making sure he dives to reach the crease, valuing his wicket really highly. Wahid now has decided to go right arm around the wicket. Or is Nizakat just standing at the wrong side of the wicket? He's just making sure he's got his equipment right. No, Nizakat was just standing on the wrong side of the wicket. Wahid is still going right arm over the wicket to Anshi. No change in the field. Deep square and third on the boundary. Fourth ball of the over coming up. Wahid to Anshi. Full delivery goes over mid wicket. Has that gone all the way? We'll have to wait for the umpire signal, and it has. Another 6 in the over. It's turning out to be an expensive over, this one from Wahid. 13 runs off it already, and that's excluding the extras. If you include that, 15 off it in the 4 legal deliveries that he has bowled for 6 off the bat of Anshi. He's gone into double figures with that. 13 of 6 by Anshi. 2 more deliveries to go in this over. Wahid would really be hoping to get out of this over with avoiding as much damage as he can. Change in fielding now. Third has come in. Mid wicket has gone back. So we've now got a deep square and deep mid on the leg side. Everyone else inside the circle. No protection on the offside boundary. Wahid to Anshi. Anshi flicks it to mid wicket. The fielder has gone back to the boundary now, so it's just going to be a single. Smart cricket from these two batters. Hit a boundary, get off strike. 16 of the over. 1 more delivery to go. Wahid to Nizakat. Last ball of the over coming up. Good length delivery placed into the leg side. Square leg is back. So that's going to be a single. And that's going to be the end of the third over. HKCC men 34 for the loss of 1 wicket in the 3 overs. Right then, Nasrullah Rana continuing. He's going to bowl his second over. His first over was a successful one. He gave away 8 runs but took a wicket. Sent Martin Coetzee back into the hut. He would be wanting, and PACC would be wanting to get another one as soon as possible. He comes in to Nizakat. Good length delivery, tries to drive, play and a miss. Good take by the keeper, Zishan Ali. There's no slip in place, so if he goes with hard hands, he waits the keeper. As long as it doesn't go into the hands of third, like Martin Coetzee's one did, it's all good. The shape that we saw in the first couple of overs with the new ball is disappearing. Nasrullah to Nizakat, second time in this over. Goes straight down the ground. Mid-off is on the boundary, but he can only watch it sail over his head for 6 runs. Nizakat getting the second 6 of his innings. Not a lost ball this time. 6 runs nonetheless. That was the long boundary. The fielder was on the fence, but he's so good and he backs his skills that he was like, if I connect it properly, it doesn't matter where the fielder is. HKCC off to 40 in a blink. Nasrullah to Nizakat. Third time this over. Full delivery, driven to mid-off for a single. Smart batting by the batters. Hit a six, get off the mark. That has been the trend for the last 3 sixes that have been hit. Nizakat hit a six, took a single. Anshi hit a six, took a single. Nizakat hit a six again, took a single again. 3 more deliveries to go in this over. 7 of it already. Nasrullah under pressure. Bowling to Anshuman. Nasrullah runs in, crosses the umpire, bowl, short delivery, flicked into the leg side. Easy single for the batters. Eight of the over already. 2 more balls to go. PACC scored 72 in their power play, lost 2 wickets. HKCC have already scored 42, lost only 1 wicket. Can they better the power play? Can they win the power play in their batting innings? It's going to be crucial for their chase. Nasrullah to Nizakat. Comes in, bowls, slower delivery, respected. Good change up there from Nasrullah. He expected that Nizakat would be looking to score and changed up. But it's a case with these change-ups that you need to practice them so much that you need to almost like disguise it to the fact that the batter cannot read it until the very last minute so that they cannot prepare for it. And then you also need to land it at the right place. A slower full toss is not a good ball. This was good execution by Nasrullah, landing it at the right spot. Last ball of the 4th over coming up. Nasrullah to Nizakat. Mid-off and third outside the circle. Nasrullah runs in, bowls, full delivery, driven into the offside, and a dot ball. So at the end of 4 overs, HKCC 42 for the loss of 1 wicket, going at a rate of 10.5 runs in over. The required run rate at the start of their chase was 8.35 runs in over to chase down 167. Of course, if you need to chase that total down, you need to go over that rate in the power play because you're definitely going to slow down when the field spreads. Well, we're seeing the first bowling change of this innings from PACC. Waheed has been taken out of the attack. Sajjad is the one replacing him. Sajjad Khan. When he came to bat, his role was to make sure the team plays out 20 overs, and he did that really well. Made sure he didn't play a rash shot, made sure he let Gazanfar have a lot of the strike, and that paid off for PACC. Those runs at the ends could prove to be crucial in the later part of the innings. Sajjad is a tall, fast bowler. Hits the deck hard, has good pace. Comes in to Anshuman. Bouncer first up, hooked away all the way. Has it gone all the way? And it has. The umpire signals 6 runs. It has gone all the way for 6 runs. It has also been given as 1 for the over. That is also where a few other junior players are having a net session. Got to keep their eyes out. Sajjad starting out aggressively, bowls a bouncer, but Anshuman all ready for it. Hooks it all the way for a 6. Strong start to the over for HKCC. Sajjad on the back foot. First up, comes in again, runs in, crosses the umpire, bowls good length delivery, flicked into the leg side for a single. Look at that pattern. 4 sixes, the last 4 sixes that we have seen, all of them have been accompanied by a single the very next delivery. That's what tells a skillful player apart from a skillful but also thinking batter. Nizakat there just making sure with the umpire that the bouncer on the first ball was given as one for the over so that he knows what to expect. Bowlers are allowed to bowl one ball over the shoulder height in every over, and Sajjad has used it up. 4 more deliveries to go in this over. Nizakat comes down the track, hits it straight up. It's gone straight up. Cousin first trying to get under it. And he drops it. That was a difficult one to take. He was running back from mid-on all the way to the side screen. Never easy, those ones, especially when it's slightly breezy conditions out there and the ball is just circling in the air. At the end, it's 4 runs. But it was a calculated risk by Nizakat. Mid-on, mid-off, both inside the circle, he decided to go straight over the bowler's head, knowing that it's not going to be a short delivery because the bouncer has been used up. And after hitting a boundary, looking for a single there, but straight to the fielder at point that time. Dot ball. Moral victory for Sajjad nonetheless. He created a chance. Unfortunately, that does not get reflected on the scorecard for him. But there are a lot of things in cricket that are not on the scorecard but live in the memories for a long time. We'll talk more about that as Sajjad comes in for the 5th time. This time a full delivery. Blocked back into the offside. Dot ball. As I was saying, a lot of things in cricket live only in the memories. If you remember the 2019 World Cup final, if you just go back to the scoreboard, what you're going to see is 6 runs in the second last delivery of the 50th over. But you would have had to watch the match and it would be living in your memory, that overthrow that New Zealand had against England, that ricochet of Ben Stokes' bat. That only lives in the memories, not on the scoreboard. Last ball of the over pulled away into the leg side by Nizakat. Single to finish the over. HKCC 54 and 5 overs, just a 1 wicket. They've lost. Right then, double bowling change it is. Yasim Murtaza, the captain, bringing himself on. Left arm leg break. 6th over of the power play being bowled by a left arm slow bowler. It was a strategy that HKCC tried and it didn't work really well for them when they brought Anshuman to bowl the 6th over of the innings, and Tariq Nawaz took him apart for 26 runs. Yasim Murtaza, a much high caliber bowler than that. Misfield allows the batters to go through for a single. It's a direct hit, but no damage done. A well calculated single. Misfield by the fielder at fine leg. Right then, slow left arm to a left-handed batter. Square leg and fine leg inside the circle. Will Anshi look to sweep him the same way Tariq did to him? No, he doesn't. Just places it into mid-wicket for a single. It's been a good start to the over. 2 singles of the first 2 deliveries. Yasim is a smart bowler. He'll vary the pace. He'll vary the line and length. He'll wait for the batter to make a mistake. He's got to slip in for that edge. Full delivery. Nizaka tries to go over covers and does that successfully. 2-3 bounces into the fence and he gets a boundary. HKCC have reached 60. Last 3 balls of the power play remaining. They would want to get as many runs while the fielding restrictions are there. Yasim to Nizakat for the fourth time. Pulls the length back a bit, flatter delivery. Nizakat bunts it down to long off for a single. Very good cricket there. Every time they get a boundary, they get a single off the next delivery. Good lessons for all the young people watching us. Yasim to Anshi. Flighted delivery. Anshi comes down the track, places it into the leg side for a single. Very good cricket by these two batters. No dot balls in this over. They haven't gone berserk after a spinner, but they've also made sure they've scored off every delivery that they've faced. Last ball of the power play coming up. Yasim to Nizakat. Nizakat just hits it into the leg side, and the batters go through for a single. So at the end of the power play, HKCC 63 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. That's 9 runs less than PACC scored, but they also had lost an extra wicket, PACC. So I would say not much of a difference between the power plays of the both teams there. HKCC going strong, chasing 167. They've already got 63 in the power play at 10.5 runs in over. They need 104 runs more in the next 14 overs at a rate of 7.43 runs in over. And these two batsmen have their eye in right now. Nizakat not out 28 of 18 deliveries, 2 fours and 2 sixes to his name. Anshi not out 24 of 12, 2 fours and 1 4 and 2 sixes to his name. Sajjad continues for the second over, bowling to Nizakat, who places it to square leg for a single. The power play has ended, and so the field has been spread out now. A bit more protection for the bowlers on the boundary. For Anshuman, we've got a square leg, a mid wicket, a fine leg, a third man, and a deep extra cover. So mid on, mid off in the circle, inviting the batter to go down the ground. That's how the chance was created in the previous over as well. Sajjad comes in, bowls a bouncer, pulled away, all the way for 6. That was in between square leg and mid wicket. Anshuman finding the gap really well because that was hit flat, and if it was straight to the fielder, that would have been a catch. But he's finding the gap perfectly. Sajjad to Anshuman, 2 bouncers, 2 sixes. Anshuman clearly winning that battle. Fast bowlers, are aggressive people with a big ego, at least about their bowling. And Sajjad replies with a really fast delivery over there. He did not like getting hit for that 6. It's a good mini battle going on over here between Sajjad and Anshuman. 3 balls in this over have yielded 7 runs for HKCC. Sajjad comes in for the 4th time this over. To Anshuman. Good length delivery. Anshuman very smartly plays it into the leg side and takes a single. Boundary and then a single. That's the pattern that we are seeing every time a boundary is hit. Masterclass by these two batters out there in the middle. Right then, right-hander Nizakat Khan on strike now. Field has changed for him. There's a deep extra cover, a third square leg, mid wicket, and long on. So fine leg, point, cover, and mid off inside the circle. Sajjad to Nizakat. Runs in, bowls. Nizakat drives it into the offside, but there's protection in the circle, so dot ball. One more delivery remaining in this over. The runs required have now dropped below 3 figures. HKCC now need 96 more to win. Sajjad to Nizakat. Full delivery, driven straight down the ground. There's protection at long on. Ghazanfar does well to clean it up. Just a single. So the end of the 7th over, HKCC 72 for the loss of 1 wicket. 95 more needed in 13 overs. Looks like we're going to see another bowling change. Ghazanfar was warming up in front of us at long on in the previous over. That throw would have definitely helped him to warm his shoulder up more at the last ball of the over. It looks like it's going to be the right arm leg break of Ghazanfar. Good captaincy that. Bringing the leg spinner on from the end, which has slightly longer boundaries. Ghazanfar will bowl from the petrol pump end. Final leg, third man, point and cover inside the circle. Square leg, mid wicket, long on, long off, and deep extra cover on the boundary. Ghazanfar to Nizakat. Leg break bowlers get you wickets, but they can be erratic. PACC would want the former from Ghazanfar right now in this situation. Starts off with a half tracker, but just a single. Oh, that's a direct hit from long on, and it has ricocheted, and the batters go through for a second run. Oh, can't fault the fielder for the effort there. He was just doing the best he can. Can't fault anyone in this case. The people backing up were not expecting a ricochet anyways. Just unlucky, I guess. Ghazanfar to Nizakat for one more time this over. These batters have consistently looked for at least one boundary and over, so I wouldn't be surprised to see some aggression in the next few deliveries from Nizakat. Another ball, this time slightly more fuller, placed in the gap between mid-on and mid-wicket, but Nasrullah is quick, so it's going to be just a single. Now then, this matchup is in favor of the batter. Right arm leg break to a left-hander. The ball will spin into him. It might be Anshuman that fancies himself to get the boundary in this over. Ghazanfar to Anshuman. Good length delivery. Push to covers. There's protection, so that's a dot ball. Ghazanfar had a pivotal role to play with the bat. His 40 odd was very crucial in getting PACC to this respectable total after the huge collapse that they had in the middle overs. Ghazanfar got 42 not out of 29 deliveries in the first innings. He's got a bit of work to do with the ball as well, but Anshuman has other ideas. This time he pulls it to mid-wicket for a 6. As we expected, Anshuman would be the one trying to get the boundary of this over. It's a favorable matchup for him being the left-hander against the leg spinner, and he knows that and does exactly that. Mid-wicket was back on the boundary, but he was like, if I connect it, it's going to keep going. Ghazanfar to Anshuman once again. Ooh, tries to guide it to third, but misses it. Last ball of the over coming up. Both the batters into their 30s now. As Ghazanfar comes in once again, crosses the umpire, bowls it. This time Anshi goes for it again. Another 6 over mid-wicket. He does not care where the fielders are. He backs his skills and executes them to perfection. Moves into the 40s. Anshi has 43 of 19 deliveries 1 4 and 5 sixes to his name. So the matchup has really played into the hands of HKCC over here. I guess PACC would have been hoping that Gazanfar bowls more deliveries to the right-hander, but HKCC batters having the presence of mind, knowing what's favorable for which batter, deciding what to do accordingly. Now I wouldn't be surprised Nizakat being the one taking on Sajjad in this over. HKCC 87 for 1 in 8 overs, going at almost 10.875 runs in over. Sajjad runs in to Nizakat. Good length delivery. Tries to place it into the offside for a single, but there's protection, so the dot ball. It's not often that you say that someone who is playing with a strike rate of more than 150 is playing the supporting role in a partnership, but in this partnership, it sure looks like this because Anshi has been going so hard at the bowlers. Of course, picking his deliveries, controlled aggression, but it's looking like Nizakat is playing slower. Short ball this time pulled away in front of square between mid wicket and mid on, and that's gone for a boundary. So I guess someone needs to go up to Sajjad and tell him that, yeah, you are quick. But against these batters, the short ball is really not working out. Two bouncers hooked away for sixes by Anshuman, and this time he bowled a short ball, and that gets deposited in front of mid wicket for a four. I guess that's a sign that you should stop bowling short and stick to that good length. Sajjad comes in for the third time this over. Good length this time, edged by Nizakat, and it's running to the third man fence, but there's protection. The fielder cuts it off, keeps it to just a single. Yeah, hitting the deck, bowling the good length, using your variations, using the change ups is the way to go in this type of a game. It's not much to do with the wicket, and it's not much to do with the game either. It's just these two batters, Nizakat and Anshi, are two of the best going around in Hong Kong, and there's little you can do to beat them with your skill. It's more about the smarts that you beat them with. Sajjad to Anshuman. Is he going to attempt the bouncer again? Short delivery pulled away, but straight to the fielder. Just a single. Not a bouncer, but a short delivery. So he still has his one for the over left. I guess he seems really keen to bowl that bouncer every over. We'll see. We have two more deliveries if he does it. HKCC motoring along. The required run rate now under 7 runs and over. Sajjad to Nizakat. Crosses the umpire, bowls full delivery. Nizakat goes aerial, over covers, one-handed six over the swimming pool as signaled by the umpire. And both batters now at 44. Both batters one shot away from their 50s. HKCC at 99, one run away into triple digits. Striking at more than 11 runs and over right now. HKCC, they seem to be in a rush to finish this game. Last ball of Sajjad's over coming up. He would really want to get out of this over ASAP. Comes in, bowls. Nizakat full toss, flicks it to square leg for a single. That's 100 for HKCC. 9 overs, 100 for the loss of 1 wicket only. And they need 67 more runs in the next 66 deliveries to win this game. Gazanfar looks like he's gonna continue bowling, even though Anshuman took a liking to him in the previous over. The captain trusts him. The captain knows that leg spinners, they might get hit for a few runs. They do get you wickets eventually. This time it's not Anshuman on strike though. He's bowling to Nizakat. Nizakat at 45. One hit away from a half century. Gazanfar comes in. Good length delivery, flatter trajectory, hit into the leg side for a single. Nizakat is like, Yeah, I could get a few boundaries, but why do that if Anshi is on the other end and has a favorable matchup against Gazanfar and hit him for two sixes in the previous over? Very sensible batting. Gets a single, goes down to the non-striker's end, gives it to Anshi. You go, mate. You get to the 51st. It's a team game. Gazanfar to Anshi. Flighted delivery, Googly looked like outside of stump. Cut away really well, evades the fielder, finds the gap perfectly between point and the sweeper on the offside, gets a boundary. That takes Anshi to 48 of 21 deliveries, 2 fours and 5 sixes to his name. Anshi, 2 runs away from his half century. Gazanfar coming in one more time to bowl. Short delivery, pulled away, but hasn't gotten a good connection. Still hits it all the way. 50 for Anshuman, 54 of just 22 deliveries, 2 fours and 6 sixes to his name. Impressive. Not a huge celebration. It's just normal for him to get these 50s in these leagues. Too easy. Gazanfar to Anshi once again. This time tries to go again, edges it to third man, no run. Gotta be careful over there. It's 1-1-1. The Nelson is on the scoreboard. It can turn out to be good for the batting side, sometimes for the bowling side. PACC would be hoping they are the beneficiaries this time. Right then, Gazanfar comes in. Reverse sweep by Anshi and hits it straight to the fielder at third. There was no need for that, but I guess it's the curse of the Nelson. And Gazanfar gets his man. Finally, a wicket for PACC. The Nelson brings about some joy, and I think that's going to be drinks. Anshi is not happy. He knows better. He wanted to see this game through, but it is what it is. Once you're out, you can't take it back. You have to go into the hut. And the teams are going to take drinks. Shiv Mathur, the wicketkeeper, is the new man in. And he's going to be on strike for the last delivery of the over. Right then, drinks have been taken. Players back out there for cricket. Shiv Mathur, the new man in, was doing the wicket keeping duties in the first innings. Now set to face his first delivery against Gazanfar. Last over of the 10th over. Last ball of the 10th over, pardon me. Coming up, Gazanfar, fresh off taking the wicket of Anshuman. Short delivery, guided to point, no run. Successful over. 11 runs, expensive, but got the wicket of Anshuman, who was looking really dangerous. Okay. Yasim Murtaza, the captain, now coming on, taking the responsibility himself to bowl from the shorter boundary end. 56 needed in the last 10 overs. PACC should put everything that happened in the first 10 behind their heads. And look forward to the next 10 overs and give their best to make a match out of it. Seems like a change of minds. Nasrullah Rana is going to be taking the ball in the 11th over instead of Yasim. Yasim has taken his jumper back from the umpire. It's going to be Nizakat on strike. Nasrullah Rana marking his run up. He bowled his first 2 overs from the petrol pump end. Next 2 overs are going to be from the swimming pool end for him, I guess. Or maybe just one. Aggressive move that by PACC. Bringing back their strike bowler, the one who got them the early wicket, to bowl. Nizakat, though, is on 46. One hit away from his 50. So Nasrullah to Nizakat. Runs in, crosses the umpire, bowls. Nizakat hits it straight down the ground. Gazanfar from long on tries to get it, but couldn't. It was hit like a tracer bullet, and it goes into the side screen. 4 runs, 50 for Nizakat. Raises his bat to acknowledge the applause from the pavilion, shakes hand with his partner on the other end, and decides to get back on to the duties. Not a huge celebration. He knows he needs to finish this game. Nasrullah once again to Nizakat. Full delivery flicked into the leg side, to mid wicket. There's protection, just a single. Gets off strike. Very good disciplined batting over there. Boundary, single. Very good discipline by Nizakat over there. Shiv Mathur yet to get off the mark. He's faced only one delivery though, very new to the crease, replacing Anshuman Rath, who got a really quick fire 50 as an opener. Third ball of the over, Nasrullah comes in, bowls, good length delivery, seaming in a bit, defended back to the bowler, dot ball. .51 more needed in 57 deliveries. Required run rate under 6 runs and over. I guess HKCC also knows that Nasrullah has been brought in to get the wicket. So they would play him accordingly. Nasrullah comes in, bowls, slower delivery, placed into the leg side for a single, and Shiv is off the mark. Two more deliveries to go. Nasrullah to Nizak. They've already got 6 of the over, and that's more than they need. Will he go for another boundary or just milk the singles? We'll know shortly. Nasrullah to Nizakat. Comes in, bowls, good length delivery. Nizakat places it into the leg side. Easy single. Easy single. Very smart batting. When you've got the amount of runs you need every over, why take a risk? Just take singles, keep the scoreboard ticking, low risk, get down the other end. As long as you don't need to take more risk, why take it? Well, then required runs under 50 now. As Nasrullah comes in to bowl the last ball of his third over. Runs in, crosses the umpire, bowls quick Yorker, dug out safely, back to the bowler, dot ball to finish the over. HKCC 118 for the loss of 2 wickets after 11 overs. We're going to see a bowling change. Yasim Murtuza is going to bring himself on from the petrol pump end. Ghazanfar has been asked to take a break. Yasim now taking the ball in his own hands, backing himself to provide the breakthrough for his team. He would have hoped to do a lot more with the bat if not for that freak mix-up with Tariq Nawaz. But we focus on what's ahead of us now. 9 overs left, 49 runs left. Yasim Murtuza to Nizakat Khan. Nizakat comes down the track, hits it to mid-off. Is it straight to the fielder? Yes, it is! 50 and out for both Nizakat and Anshi. Captain providing the breakthrough. Very good catch by Hafiz. Safe hands at long off. And Yasim Murtuza bringing himself back and gets the wicket. Well then, do we have a twist in the tail here? Both the set batters, Anshuman and Nizakat, who had gotten 50 each, have thrown their wickets away to shots that were really not needed at this stage. HKCC are suddenly 118 for the loss of 3 wickets. 2 new batters at the crease. Sehel is in at number 5. Yasim Murtaza, 3 more overs left for him. Can he slow them down enough to make it a contest at the death? Or will HKCC continue to look for that one boundary every over? That's the name of the game these days, though. You don't look at the bowler. If you feel like you can do something, you back yourself, and sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. This time it didn't, and Nizakat is back in the shed. First ball blocked into the offside by Sehel. Yasim for one more time this over. Another dot ball. Anshi and Nizakat had great chemistry between wickets. Sehel and Shiv, maybe not that good in terms of chemistry. I mean, of course, they're great players. Flighted delivery. Another dot ball. 4 dots in a row for Yasim. PACC on the attack now. The slip is in. Yasim flighting the delivery as well, inviting the batter to take a risk. Another flighted delivery, swept away by Sehel, and he's made a good connection over there. Gets off the mark with a 6. Telling the PACC batters that it's not only you guys who like getting off the mark with a 6, I do too. Slog sweep, traditional getaway shot. And successfully clears mid-wicket. Last ball of the over coming up. Yasim wouldn't mind that. He would want them to take that risk so that if they miss out, he can get the wicket. Dot ball to finish the over. HKCC 124 for 3 after 12. PACC now firmly on the attack now. Nasrullah Rana coming back on for his fourth and last over of this innings. He's going to want to have a major impact. And this is his last chance to do that. Didn't do much with the bat. Would want to make up for that with the ball. Nasrullah to Shiv. Starting his fourth over. Slower delivery, driven to covers, finds the gap, and it's a boundary. That was literally 4 feet away on the left-hand side of the fielder, sweeping on the offside, but it was hit so fast that the fielder had no chance of getting to it. First ball boundary yet again in Nasrullah's over. Last over it was Nizakat. This over it is Shiv. HKCC continue to find the fence every over at least once. Nasrullah once again to Shiv. Full delivery. Lifted into the leg side. Is it 6? Has it gone all the way? Yes, it has! 10 of the first 2 deliveries. PACC had brought Nasrullah back to get wickets. Shiv has other ideas in mind. Runs required now just 33. HKCC in a hurry. 2 wickets lost? No problem. We're going to keep going the way we are. Net run rate might become really important later into the tournament, and you want to make sure it's as much in your favor as possible. Nasrullah to Shiv. Third time this over. Short delivery pulled away into the leg side. Hasn't made a great connection. 2 bounces to the fielder at mid-wicket, and it's going to be a single. You see, that's the difference between the younger generation and the more senior generation. The first 10 overs, we were seeing Nizakat and Anshi bat. Every time you get a boundary, you take a single, you go down to the other end. Shiv, however, the new generation, gets a 4. Next ball goes again, gets a 6. He wanted to go again this ball as well, but just couldn't time it well and ends up at the non-striker's end now. Shiv now on the non-striker's end. 4th ball of Nasrullah's over. Sahel to face. Quick delivery, straight delivery, blocked back to the bowler. Nasrullah would be breathing a sigh of relief now that Shiv is on the non-striker's end and Sahel is facing. Sahel, however, the senior pro among these two, though. His job would be to make sure he's there till the end. Nasrullah comes in again. The bouncer pulled away in the gap, and that's another boundary. I guess the PACC fast bowlers need to understand that the short ball tactic really is not working for them today. I mean, they're all good bowlers and they've got good pace and they bowl well-directed bouncers, but this ground with short boundaries is really not the place to use that. You can use it as a surprise delivery, maybe use a slower bouncer instead of a quick one. But being hit in front of square every time for boundaries when you bowl a bouncer is an indication for the bowlers. This time Sahel comes down the ground, hits it straight to mid-off, and he's thrown it away. Mid-off was up. Yasim Murtaza does not make a mistake. Nasrullah gets a wicket. That's exactly what PACC wanted. But is it going to be too little too late for PACC? That's also the end of the 13th over. Nasrullah has finished his 4-over spell. 4 overs, a bit expensive, 38 runs, but did get 2 wickets. 7 overs left, 28 runs required. So all they require is 4 runs and over going forward now. New man in is the captain, Kinchit Shah. And he's the perfect man for this kind of situation. Calm, cool head. Left-hander as well, so that left-hand, right-hand combination is now again there. The matchup of the left-arm spinner bowling against 2 right-handers is no longer going to be that useful either. Yasim Murtaza, what does he have up his sleeve? Can he get another wicket? Comes in, flighted delivery to Shiv, cut away, but there's protection on the offside fence, just a single. Right then, smart captaincy there, showing awareness of the batter. He has sent fine leg back because Kinchit likes to sweep. So the fielders outside are fine leg, cow corner, long on, long off, and that's all. And long off has also come in the circle. So good aggressive captaincy there. Flighted delivery. Kinchit tries to place it into the leg side, but there's fielder in the circle stopping the one. So Yasim now has more fielders in the circle than he needs to have. Good aggressive captaincy there, stopping the single. And he's now just sent mid off back to long off. Flighted delivery. Once again, dot ball. Good bowling, good intelligent bowling there. Flighting the ball, inviting the batter to go big if they back themselves. This time slightly flatter. Oh, out of reach for the keeper. No damage done. Now he's made a change. Fine leg inside the circle, square leg on the boundary. And the square leg is also quite fine. That was upish, but away from the fielder in the gap, and the batters go through for 2 runs. That shout of catch was more hopeful than anything else by the PACC. They're praying to the gods that everything in the air goes to hand. Of course, sometimes luck really helps you out. Most times, it's you need to play good cricket. Yasim once again to Kinchit, who pulls it away, but there's protection at mid wicket, and it's going to be just a single. So 4 of the over, exactly what was the required run rate. 6 overs left, 24 runs left, 4 runs and over left. PACC are on the attack. They have brought back Wahid, who had taken the new ball first up. They still have 2 overs from Gazanfar remaining. I guess they have realized that wickets is the way to win this game. And so they're going to their strike bowlers earlier than they normally would have. But that also means that if the game goes deep, it's going to be a spinner bowling the death overs. Maybe that's a strategy, or maybe that's what the situation calls for. But that's what is happening in this game now. Can Wahid have an impact right now? Can he do some magic in his second spell? Can he get a few wickets and bring PACC back into the game? 24 needed of 6 overs. Kinchit to face Wahid. Mid on, mid off, cover and point are in the circle. Wahid runs in. Crosses the umpire. Short delivery, cut away in front of point for 4. That was a freebie, and Kinchit is not going to miss out on that. The point fielder in the circle is backward of point, and he just drills it through point and bisects the sweeper and the point fielder for 4 runs. As we said, the outfield is lightning fast. Wahid once again. Another short delivery, but this time not wide outside off stump, and Kinchit just plays it into the leg side, gets a single. 19 needed, and 19 is also the number that Shiv Mathur is wearing on his jersey. There's no relation between those two facts. I just found that interesting to tell you guys that he wears number 19. 19 needed though of 34 deliveries. Required run rate under 4 right now. Wahid to Shiv. And he goes for it. What a maximum. He sent it out of the park. And Shiv is like, I'm going to equal the record of balls lost. You can lose balls. We can lose balls equally well. A 6. And I guess everyone watching this match would now be just waiting for a finish. It's looking like a walk in the park for HKCC. For PACC, it's just beneficial for them to drag it out as much as they can. To help that net run rate. You know why it's important that I tell you Shiv Mathur's jersey number? He wears number 19 because he is the future of Hong Kong cricket and he's going to be representing Hong Kong for the next decade and more. And so it's better that we all know this future superstar of Hong Kong as Waheed comes in. Shiv goes again, and this time it's a straight hit over the side screen. Another lost ball. It's out of sight. Another 6. Only 7 more needed to win this game for HKCC. HKCC score now 160. As I was saying in the previous over as well, that is the difference between this new generation of cricketers and the previous generation of cricketers. They don't care they've hit a boundary. They don't look for a single the next ball. They're like, I'm seeing it good. I'm going to go for the next one. And I'm going to go for the one after that. And we're going to get the job done as soon as possible. 7 more needed. Is he going to go for another one? He's hit 2 in a row there, Shiv Mathur. 25 of 10 deliveries for Shiv, 3 sixes and a 4 to his name. Waheed now, for the 5th time this over, bowling to Shiv. The field has not changed, but the field is irrelevant if you're hitting them out of the park. Shiv once again. This time a bouncer, he goes over fine leg this time and gets a boundary. 3 more to win now. Last ball of Waheed's over coming up. Is it also going to be the last ball of the match? I guess Shiv really wants it to be. 3 more needed. 1 shot away from finishing the game. Waheed runs in, crosses the umpire. Full delivery, Shiv goes after it on the offside and he's hit a 6 or a 4. It's a 4, but it doesn't matter because that's the winning shot. And HKCC have chased this total in 15 overs with 6 wickets to spare. Great job, HKCC. Handshakes all around. HKCC have won it in a commanding position. The first 6 overs of the game belong to PACC. They got 72 for the loss of 2 wickets in their power play. But then it was all HKCC. Great betting effort there. Aggressive power play. Anshuman and Nizakat both getting 50s. 54 of 24 for Anshuman. Nizakat 52 of 33. Shiv Mathur finishing off 33 of 12 deliveries. Hell, hit a few good shots while he was out. Kinchit played the supporting role in the partnership with Shiv. Martin Kodzi kicked things off with a CCC chasing down 168 in 15 overs. Let's look at the bowling card as well. PACC tried the best they could. Nasrullah getting 2 wickets, but he was expensive, gave away 38 in his 4 overs. Yasim Murtaza, definitely the pick of the bowlers, 3 overs, 19 runs for a wicket. And Ghazanfar also getting a wicket for himself, but was also expensive, 2 overs, 26. In the end, HKCC winning the game in 15 overs with 6 wickets to spare. And that's going to be it from Hong Kong Cricket Club here. Signing off in the comm box, Yakzan Rajan. It was a pleasure having you today. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. And please tune in next week as we bring you two more action packed games from the Men's Premier League. And it's all on the line because it's a 5 team tournament and the top two qualify for the finals.